This summer feels different. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it just doesn't feel the same as before. I'm about to graduate senior high school, and I'm about to step into a completely new phase of my life. And right now, I'm in this weird place, like a gap. No school, no fixed routine, no clear direction yet, just time, and a lot of time. And you would think that having more time means doing more exciting things, going out more, making the most of everything, but somehow it doesn't feel like that. Instead, I find myself going back to something simple, something familiar, and that is gaming. So back then, gaming was just normal, it was just a part of my daily life. You'd get home, you open your phone or your PC, and just play without thinking too much about it. No pressure, no deeper meaning, just pure enjoyment. But now, after everything, after school and responsibilities slowly creeping in, thinking about college, thinking about the future, gaming feels different. It's not just something I do to pass the time anymore. It feels like something I go back to, like a place that hasn't changed, even when everything else has. And honestly, I think a big part of it is stress. Even if I'm not doing anything major right now, there's still pressure in the background. Thinking about what course to take, what path to choose, what I'm supposed to do next, and blah, blah, blah. It's always there even if I try to ignore it, and gaming kind of quiets that down, even if it's just for a little while. While I'm playing, I'm focused on something else. I'm not overthinking, I'm not comparing, I'm not contrasting myself to other people, I'm not stressing about the future. I'm just there in the moment, just collecting wood or stone with my fucking virtual pickaxe. And then there's nostalgia. That feeling hits harder than I expected, especially with games like Last Day on Earth and Minecraft, like holy shit, Minecraft, dude, and even COD. And yeah, I know those sound random when you put them together, like survival, sandbox, shooter, and then random flash games on my childhood, like Plasma Burst 2. That's actually a very good game. You should go and try that out. But that's honestly what I grew up with. Those were the games that didn't just entertain me, they shaped how I enjoyed things. They gave me moments I didn't even realize I would miss one day. And even you, go and remember those other games that you've been playing when you're younger. And even now, my taste in games hasn't really changed that much. I still love survival games, especially zombie survival. That's why I've been looking forward to playing Project Zomboid someday if I ever get a PC that can actually run it properly. There's just something about starting with nothing, surviving, building, progressing. It just pulls me in. And yeah, it might seem random to other people, but I think everyone has their own kind of games that just click with them. So if you're watching this, I'm actually curious what kind of games do you enjoy? Like the ones you can keep going back to without getting tired of them. One thing I also realized too is also how satisfying progression feels like in games. It's like you have another life where you're actually moving forward. You grind, you level up, you build something, you unlock things, and you see the results immediately. And sometimes, I won't lie, that feels easier than real life. Because in real life, progress is slow, even unclear, and sometimes invisible. Shit, you don't even know. But in games, it's direct. You know what you need to do, and you see what you get from it. And I think that's why it's so easy to get attached to it. But at the same time, you always hear people say things like, you have other priorities now, or you should stop gaming and focus on something more important. And I get that, I really do. In fact, you can even say I side with that shit. Because at some point, you do have to take things seriously. You do have to build your future and work on yourself. And prepare for what's coming next. Gaming alone isn't going to carry you through your life. And I'm not trying to pretend that it will, and it never will. It will never. But I also think people forget something. Gaming isn't always just about wasting time. Sometimes it's an emotional outlet, and sometimes it's just a way to relax and to disconnect, to feel something again. Don't game for everyone else, just game for yourself. If you're playing a goddamn single player game, just go and explore the world, you know? It's a space where you can just be yourself without pressure, without expectations, and I think that matters more than people realize. Because not everything you do has to be productive in a traditional sense. Sometimes it just has to make you feel okay. And I think that's what this is really about for me. It's about reconnecting with that part of myself that didn't overthink everything. The part that just enjoyed things for what they were. The part that didn't care about being ahead or behind, didn't care about comparisons, didn't care about expectations, just playing, just having fun, and just being present. That inner child is still there. It just gets buried sometimes under responsibilities and pressure. But at the same time, I'm not saying you should just play games all day. No, I'm not saying that. And ignore everything else. No, that's not the point. Because you still have to build yourself. You still have to work on your goals, your future, your skills, your direction. Your direction. You still have responsibilities. You still have things that actually matter long term. But I think it's about balance. Knowing when to work and knowing when to step back and just enjoy something simple. I don't know if you've heard this, but I've heard this from a movie before. I don't know what's the name, but the protagonist, I don't even know if it's the protagonist, but he said something like, if you're doing anything, do it 100%. If you work, you work. If you laugh, you laugh. If you eat, you should eat like it's your last meal. And that's that. For me, I see gaming as something that supports me, not something that replaces everything else. It's something I go back to when I need to reset, when I need to breathe, when I need to feel something familiar again. But at the same time, I'm still trying to build something outside of it. I'm still working on YouTube, still learning skills, still trying to improve little by little. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to just escape reality. I want to actually build one that I'm proud of. And yeah, maybe gaming won't mean much in the long run. Maybe years from now, decades from now, none of this will actually fucking matter in a practical sense. But I also think when you get older, you're going to miss this. You're going to miss having the time, the freedom, the energy to just sit down and play without worrying too much. You're going to miss those simple moments where nothing else mattered except what you were doing right then and there when you were still a child and when you're still a teenager, when you still have the time. So this summer, I'm not trying to make everything perfect, not trying to rush everything or force myself into something that I'm not ready for yet. I'm just trying to live a little, enjoy what I can, reconnect with things I used to love, and at the same time, slowly build myself up for what's coming next. And if you're in a similar place right now, just remember it's okay to enjoy things. It's completely fucking normal, alright? We're humans. It's okay to take a step back sometimes. Just don't lose yourself in a sauce completely and find that balance. Build yourself, but don't forget to live too. And yeah, if you've got games, you've been playing games that bring you back, I'd actually like to know. Drop them in the comments. I might check them out too. I made this video because I've been thinking about a lot. And I think gaming just tones it down a little. And it really helps. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll catch you on the next video. I love you, bro, and goodbye.